Trust. Dependency. Love. Respect. Passion. Pain. Intimacy. Pleasure. I sit here stuck inside my head, remembering you and I analyze all those things you said. You told me you loved me, you kissed and you hugged me, then you smile and look in my eyes and tell me that you'll always be right there. Trust. Dependency. Love. Respect. I sit here stuck inside my head, remembering you and I analyze all those things you said. You told me you loved me, you kissed and you hugged me, then you smile and look in my eyes and tell me.
Hey y'all, what it do, boo?
Hey everybody.
Hey y'all. What's cracking?
Nada.
Friday night.
Nada.
Yeah, it's Friday.
Friday night at 9. I'll be looking fine.
Bam, bam. Sipping on some wine. Yeah.
Hey, come on. Sipping on some wine. Auntie Connie, you cute.
Girl, huh? I the baby, if you know what I know.
Let me go get my little self together, because I just tucked and rolled up in this thing. Let me go.
Baby, I tucked duck and rolled too as soon as I hopped out that truck.
I'll get my little self together. That's why I ain't got my camera on. But I ain't want to start no later than we needed to.
Baby, look, that's why Tasha said I'm running behind.
I look like who done it and what for, but praise God. Praise God, we're still here.
Honey, just thank
Whatever
God.
she eating make it look good.
That's all I'm gonna say. Thank God for the waist up.
Amen.
Amen. Yeah. No,
Amen
but for real.
Goes right there.
Yeah.
For real.
I already know.
What you eating, Jen?
Going on from the waist down.
Honey, it's a whole different session. They ain't ready.
Not at all.
What you eating, Jen? Mango.
Well, I was about to say,
either mango or pineapple.
Good.
It's
she getting ready for the show.
That shit look good. That's what I'm like. I'm all in the camera. I'm glad y'all can't see me. I'm like, damn, that shit look good. Give me a piece.
She eating it all sexy for whoever called her fat. What she call her, Juicy Mama?
Baby, I'm gonna see if Juicy gonna come on in the room tonight.
Listen,
come on, Juicy.
I don't know. They might be. I don't know.
I'm all for the secret of Myers.
We fighting right now, so
not you fighting right now.
We fighting, so I don't know if he gonna come in the room. He might apologize or something.
Come on, apologies.
Don't be fighting with him now.
No.
Came on the show and said, "Hey, what's up?"
I
know.
Maybe they'll apologize in the comments.
Probably. He surprising me with stuff like that,
because that would only be right.
Somebody said good evening, ladies. Let me see who that is. As y'all know, I got to go through stuff to see stuff.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah, y'all know Facebook don't just let you see what you need to see.
I know.
It send you through all of the
Shenanigans.
yeah, it send you through all of the extra stuff that you don't need to be going through.
Hell real.
Shenanigans.
Hell real. Hey, hell real.
Hey,
That's your real. Hey, kid.
Good morning. Good morning.
But listen, let me get into this introduction so we can get into this show. Can y'all hear me clearly?
That's what's up.
Okay. So we want to welcome y'all to another super dope episode of PGC After Dark with the Crazy Rich Aunties. As y'all can see, I'm not on camera because I just tucked and rolled my ass up in this house. So give me a few seconds before I get on camera and I get myself together. But we wasn't going to start no later than we already were. But I'm your girl, Leo Rochelle, up in this thing. AKA Auntie Leo and all of that good stuff. We got the aunties in the building with us tonight. We got right here next to me in this red, looking all fine as wine. We got Auntie Michelle right here.
Hey y'all.
Hey girl.
Hey y'all. Wait. Let me see my
okay. With the queen wave.
Right. Yeah, a little bit.
Come on here.
And then right up under me, we got Auntie Lynn up in this thing. Hey, Auntie.
Good morning.
Good morning. And then down there next to Auntie Lynn, we got Auntie Jen. We got Lynn and Jen on the bottom. Jen, I'm gonna need you to go ahead and pass me one of them mangoes, G.
Like for real though. Like I'm so serious.
Well, it's 2 left too. There y'all go. Y'all can have it.
I'm gonna go give me a little pineapple popsicle since we over here. I'm like,
that's right.
I ain't stopping to get no snacks or nothing. I was like,
look, baby, I only had time to stop at the LIQ. That's it.
Listen, with that little tahini, I swear tahini on mangoes be hitting.
That's what you put on it.
I literally have some on the desk. That's just so salty though.
But yeah, it do be a little salty, but that should be hitting on them. Or have you ever squozen limes on it? Fresh lime. Oh, it's so good. Fresh lime on cherries.
I've had lime on it. I've had lime on mine. Because Cassandra likes to eat it.
Yep, it be fine. But anywho, we gonna hop on into this thing tonight. We are doing a part 2 to the Mindfucked version that we was talking about 2 weeks ago. You know, we was talking about the triggers and how we show up in relationships and all of that good stuff. So we gonna finish that tonight because the conversation really got good, and we didn't want to leave y'all without tapping into the triggers and then how to break the cycle of those triggers. So if y'all remember 2 weeks ago, we talked about how you show up in relationships, and this is what we talked about. Are you anxious? Are you avoidant? Are you disorganized? Or are you secure? So this is what we talked about when it comes to how we show up in relationships. So we looked at these. We talked about our individual ones and how we show up in relationships. And some of us were kind of in all of the boxes. Some of us were in 2 of the boxes. So we talked about this, and so we're gonna tap into other parts of those things. Nachi was moving to the side so you could look at it. And before we hop into that, I'm gonna give y'all a little word this evening. I'm gonna give y'all a little word. Hold on, let me see if that's the one. Okay, yeah, we gonna do that. We gonna do that one. That sounds real good. Some of you don't even realize how you light up rooms and inspire people just by being you. You're literally magnetic, and you don't even realize it. Stop sleeping on yourselves.
That part.
Stop sleeping on yourselves. You look so And then I got one more for y'all. Since we talking about relationships, sometimes the person that you are truly meant to fall in love with will come into your life in the strangest, most unexpected way.
Like, please hurry up, though, sir. Sir.
Listen, we can't rush it because actually, we may be in our preparation stage. We are
Mm.
being prepped and prepared for the person that is meant for us. And sometimes, yes, we be trying to rush it because I'm that girl too. Like, bro, hurry up. But
Right.
I've realized that sometimes we may be in our preparation stage. We may be being prepped for that person. We may be being groomed so that we can be our best selves when we do show up. So we don't show up as anxious, avoidant, disorganized, and we can show up secure in
Right.
those relationships. So
Right.
um we may be in our preparation phase or stage where we are getting prepared or we are being prepared for our person. So, and maybe
That's
we
true.
are prepared, but they're being prepared for us as well. So,
Mm-hmm.
um, hey, Fujila. Somebody said, "Are you okay, Auntie Jen?" Listen,
I
baby
swear,
girl was
she
over
just
there.
started.
She got the choking on that mango.
She had to put
Baby,
herself on.
she's on and popping. She's on and popping.
So here are the here is the trigger cycle. And we're gonna start. The original trigger has now taken on a life of its own.
Yep.
Wait, no. Wait. We're gonna start. That's not the beginning. Your partner says or does something that triggers you. You react in a maladaptive way, a behavior likely learned in childhood to keep you safe. Secondly, your reaction, lashing out, withdrawing, or both, triggers your partner, who then reacts back in a maladaptive way to their trigger, also trying to stay safe. Their reaction confirms your fears about this relationship. Example, they don't care, you can't trust them. And what pushes you further, hold on, let me cut the banner roll. Hold on. What pushes you further away because you don't feel safe? Your pushing away confirms their fears about this relationship. You don't care, they can't trust you, which pushes them even further away because they don't feel safe.
Mm-hmm.
And lastly, the original trigger has now taken on a life of its own. You are both hurt, fearful, confused, and disconnected. And now nobody feels safe. Well, shit.
Yep. And that is a true cycle. That is really how it happens. That's
Man,
really, at least in my life, anyway. That's extremely how it happens. Just like that.
that sounds about right for the cycle, though. The trigger cycle.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Sad part is I trigger easily. And I read somewhere that it says that my triggers is not somebody else's fault or responsibility.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so I'm still working on that, right? Because I have to like either communicate where I'm triggered and then figure out how to get over that or communicate better with my person so that they know what happened instead of me going through that cycle. But most likely I'm going to go through that cycle because, yeah, if you trigger me and I may not know how to communicate that, or I may communicate just a little bit and then you don't act the way I need you to act, yeah, it's going around in a circle for a minute. It's going to do that.
I'm sorry.
Auntie Genesis.
Huh?
Hey, girl.
I'm better. Okay.
You better now?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I do agree that um, our triggers aren't anyone else's problem. However,
Mm-hmm.
I feel like they do have somewhat of a responsibility. Your person has a somewhat of a responsibility if you communicate what your trigger is to them or something that they do that triggers you. If that person cares about that trigger, they will make the necessary changes to stop doing that, that's where I feel like they become responsible. Now,
Mm-hmm.
once you communicate it, that's when they become responsible. Because if you don't communicate it, especially if you like to hold it and then just lash out, and he don't even know why the hell you're lashing out, yeah, that's on
Yeah.
you. But then it's like, how do we really know how to heal that? You know what I'm saying? Like, once we figure it out, how do we know how to get come get come from that negative part to the positive? How do we get there? That's
Yeah.
the
I
answer.
think the only way that I can get there is by continue going to therapy so someone can help me work through that, because my trigger response is I may lash out, or I may get quiet, I may curse
Mhm.
you out, um I may be super sarcastic,
Mhm.
um snarky even, um so I have to learn different responses for myself, so that I can be better, and at least try to communicate with that person, hey, this is what's happening, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
But to at least break the cycle, because
It's
I get
necessary.
I really what triggers me is real simple. If we're starting a communication or whatever, we've been communicating for 2, 3, 4 days, a week, 2 weeks, and then for 3 days you just stop.
Yeah.
And you don't say, now I'm triggered. You know what I'm saying? I'm
Yeah.
triggered. That's going to lead me to go to both of those two boxes that Leo put up not too long ago. I'm the anxious and the avoidant. First, I'm going to get anxious. I'm gonna text you, hey, you okay? Everything
Mhm.
all right? I ain't talk to
Mhm.
you. I ain't hear from you. And then if you're not responding to me, then I'm gonna go to avoidant. Like, oh, you trying to play me out? You know what I'm saying? Now I'm aggressive because
Right.
yeah, 'cause I feel
Go.
like you're trying to play me now.
Right.
Mhm.
So yeah,
Yeah.
Well, me, I just get
Ghosting.
quiet. I just get quiet. My misery
you get
don't look company. So I
You
get
got
quiet
a
and I
whole
just
nother
go
name, don't you?
sleep.
mm,
Man, you posted one time. I was like, who's that?
Hmm.
I said, never mind. Never
Oh, baby, that
mind.
was low low.
I was like, never
mm,
mind. I don't even want to know who she is. I don't ever want to meet her.
Baby, I trying to tell people. But I have no problem to communicate what are my triggers. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Especially in any type of relationship, that should be something that you learn of your partner or person or homie, lover, friend, or whatever the category that he or she may be in. Because without
mhm,
that part, they can't know what's what is your trigger. You know what I'm saying? They can't know when the energies is off, and they can feel it, but they don't know what's lie behind it. So they don't even know how to approach it. Do they not say nothing? Then of course when they don't acknowledge it, some people may be in their feelings because okay, when you see me here, I have a attitude or whatever, people want to say and do, and it's like, okay, well, what can I do? Can you want to talk about it? You want to run? You want to talk? You want to smoke? You want to shot? What do you want? You know what I'm saying? So that's when that other person, like Genesis, that's the accountability part of the relationship come in, because by now I'm telling you, these are my triggers, and you telling me what your trigger is. So if I get silent and I'm super silent for so long, then I'm triggered by something. It may not
Hmm.
necessarily
mhm,
be you, but if you feel it's you, then speak up. But I would, assure you, no, it's not you. But it is something. And, allow me to have my time to talk and vent or whatever. Don't pressure. And, you know what I'm saying? Well, you want to talk about it. If I say no, not at this time or not right now, because it may
mhm,
trigger me to go to a different place, or low might come out. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Then
mhm,
Right.
I don't want to seem like I'm talking at you and lashing out at you because I'm really venting. But you know what I'm saying? It's now, oh, okay, well, maybe I shouldn't have asked you. You can't shut down. You got to keep that line of communication open to the
right,
fullest to know your mate and how and what does that trigger. Because some people, they may need outlets, and outlets in relationships, meaning, okay, well, I see my girl, I see my dude in their feelings or whatever. Okay, well, let's get up and let's do something. You know what I'm saying? Or kind of take
mhm,
your mind off of it at the moment, at the time, or whatever. So yeah.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Now, it's not just even all that you said, that's facts. But another thing that I don't want nobody doing is devaluing how I feel about something.
I was just
Like,
gonna say that.
Mm-hmm.
you are not about to sit here and tell me because you don't understand where I'm coming from that makes my feelings any less important.
Or
No,
I should feel that way. I have a title
exactly.
right to feel the way I'm feeling. I'm only allowing this to out because you are my outlet at that time. You are my person and
Yeah.
my go-to. I should be able to come to you and
Have a safe space.
and exactly safe space and really, really just let it out. Don't tell me,
Mhm.
oh, you shouldn't feel like that, or no, don't feel that way. What?
Like,
Because if
Right.
the table was turned, I can't tell you how to feel about a situation because
oh,
I'm
they
not
would get offended.
in your shoes.
Girl, they would get
Mm-hmm.
offended. Like, bitch, who
They
you
do.
and
Exactly.
then try to shut down afterwards.
Well,
Okay.
come on in the room.
Yeah.
Come on in the room.
Hey y'all. Okay. I had to go get my snacks and come get
Uh-huh.
settled, okay? So y'all can see me.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
We trying to get some other type of viewers on here tonight.
Maybe.
Everybody at the concert tonight. Everybody looking at New Edition tonight, and Bobby
Mm-hmm.
is out of breath because last night they said he had to, leave the stage because him was out of breath. He needed to
Nah,
talk.
Was he
Bobby
in
was
a
out of breath.
yellow trench coat?
Who
Yeah, he was
who
about
did
to
that?
pass
Bobby
out on
Brown?
that last ooh
That
ooh.
ooh was about
And
to
he
say,
was like that,
"Oh,
ooh, yeah.
Jesus help me."
He was about to pass by guy. I saw that. Like that, he went viral because you fat. Everybody else like, yeah,
Yeah.
He like, y'all
That's
Bobby
keeping
why I
was
my
got
arm up. Like, I'm glad I am glad I stayed. 'Cause baby, like a jungle sometimes, it make you wonder.
oh gosh.
Wonder.
um Hell Rail said, how self-aware are you about your triggers? What's your number one trigger?
Hmm.
Lying, don't lie to me. Oh Lord,
Mm-hmm.
tell me the whole truth and nothing but the truth, even if it hurt my feelings.
That's it.
Why don't they understand that?
I think a
I don't
lot of
know.
men do understand it. I think they are not used to actually implementing that when it comes to having conversations with women.
Yeah.
Because anytime a woman tells a man, you can be honest with me, just be straight up with me, and then they do, the reaction is never something good. The reaction is always like spazzing out, losing their shit or whatever. So
Mm-hmm.
a lot of times that's why a lot of men don't. Not saying it's an excuse or a reason for them to not tell the truth, but
Mm-hmm.
I've recognized that a lot of them just be like, you know what, I just rather lie. And I watched a movie and somebody said, if you tell the truth to the person that you with all the time, then they a side bitch.
Damn.
That's crazy.
They was
But
like
it's probably
you
true though.
they was like you tell the truth to your side bitch, you lie to your main bitch because you never want her feelings to be that hurt.
Bitch,
Now I
I
don't know
you
how true
always
that
saw a
is.
clip with that dumb shit. What?
That
Let me
that's a
tell you
trigger all
something.
by itself.
Yeah.
Babe, you sit up here and see that I was just about to say that, Michelle, Auntie Michelle, that is a definitely ultimate trigger because that's how people get hurt, and then they
Hmm.
label us crazy then because we're real triggered
Yeah.
because you
Mhm.
have hurt
Yeah.
us to the core of whatever it is at that moment that you lied about and try to cover
Mm-hmm.
it up because you don't want to hurt my feelings. Yeah, hurt my feelings so we could talk about how you hurt my feelings and baby, let's fix it. Let's
Yeah.
go back to the communication
That
because if
part.
you want to sit here and lie, baby, now I'm thinking you done lied about everything from jump start and I get the hell out of my face.
No, for
Yeah.
real.
Yep.
So
Yeah.
just be truthful. You don't have to be so harsh or aggressive about it because some people is aggressive. Like aggressive. I'm gonna say how I feel and what I say and what it is. Every all deliverance is not a good deliverance. But if you know your mate, once again, do you understand your mate? Then you understand this is how my mate talks.
Hmm.
She is not being aggressive, but this is just her form of ways of communicating. You know,
Yeah.
and Allow the talking. You know what I'm saying? Okay, you lied. All right, baby. Don't make it a habit to lie, because if you lie, you become habitual lie, and then that's where you lose that trust. Because now I don't trust a word you say. Because
Yeah.
Yep.
I don't be trusting after that first last shit. It's hard for
that's
me.
it.
It's
That's
hard.
it. Once you lose trust, it's a wrap. Ask me how I know.
Man, do
Yeah.
you hear me? So okay, so that's so
Yeah.
true. And I thought one time that I was being the bigger person, and I was like, okay, if I choose to forgive this nigga, I can't bring this shit up again. And I was
Oh, that's
like,
my
I
problem right there.
yeah, yeah. I'm like, that shit went out the door. The first inkling or trigger that I got, I was like, fuck that. Where's his phone? Let me go look at this shit. Fuck what he talking about. I don't believe shit you saying. And it was like I should have knew then. When he lied that first time and I tried to be the bigger person, I should let that motherfucker go because it ended bad anyway.
That's it. High five through the phone. High five through the
Yeah.
phone. That's it. That's it right there. Yo. That's it.
Yeah.
That's
I
it.
think I think for me, what triggers me early in a relationship, whether it's someone with my a relationship with a man, or whether it's a friendship, if that person can't be accountable, if they don't take ownership for something,
Mm,
and
Come on,
they
man.
keep trying to skirt around it or tell me the reason why they feel as if something happened or didn't happen, but not take accountability for what they did, that really sets me off. And again, I'm real calm, I'm real docile, but I anger quickly, I anger fast. You know what I'm saying? When crazy stuff like that come up, like if you lie to me, that's a trigger. You don't want to
Michelle,
take
when did you
accountability.
become docile though?
What?
When,
What?
when did that happen?
What?
I mean, I'm trying to see, did I miss something?
Let me
What? I am docile. I'm very calm and meek.
Girl, bye.
uh,
Girl,
Why
bye.
y'all
We
looking
know you in real life.
at me like that?
I mean, it. No matter how high pitched you put your voice, ma'am, don't nobody believe that.
Yes, they do.
Nobody.
I am a 4 feet
hold
12
on. Hold
docile
on. It's
Virgo.
Auntie Michelle and Auntie Janice. Both of y'all Virgos. Which one is Virgo?
Shit.
I'm the Virgo. You and me are
Yeah,
the Virgo.
yeah. That's true. That's true. She is what she says she is. Praise Moses.
Mm-hmm.
No, she ain't.
See,
And neither is
I
you, Auntie
am.
Lynn.
I
You tried
am.
it. You
It's
tried it
You
though.
tried to
it's
hear it out, but it ain't working.
it.
I tried
No,
the
no, no. It
zodiac
takes it
bond and
takes a
shit.
minute before we
No.
Yeah,
it
No.
takes a
yeah.
minute before we blow off. It takes a second. It
There you
does.
go. There you go.
It does.
And
We
that
will
is
we will
one of
give
our
you so
Literally
traits.
a
many
There you
second.
go.
chances.
Like it
Yeah.
literally a second. Like motherfuckers be half of one and y'all is about to go
Mm-mm.
Because we give you that warning.
in.
Warning
That
before
part.
destruction.
But I do try to set I try to set my expectations up front. So I try to give you who I am right up front, so you don't have that reason to do anything retarded, so to speak, that would trigger me.
Not so to speak. Not so to speak.
Not
So,
retarded though. Also,
But then it's like you have to do the air quotes, so to speak.
right. Yeah. It's like,
No.
you
Mm-mm.
know, you ain't gotta act like you in the special ed class. So, but
I cannot.
yeah, I'm pretty. Yeah, I'm meek and docile.
Look at what Fuji La
And she
said.
just gonna keep riding with that.
Right,
Anywho,
because look at what
I
but
Fuji
I'm
am.
meek
What
and
he
La
humble.
say?
said.
Genesis, what's your trigger?
Outside of lying, being ghosted, or I don't like when people ignore me.
Yeah.
So I think, I'm sorry, that was three, but all of them go together. So we're going to put that as one. Those three is one. The three shall become one.
I know
That
that's right.
part.
Father, Son, and Holy Ghost.
Facts.
Yeah, I don't like that. I don't like being ignored neither.
That,
Um,
that shit. Ooh. Oh, I go. Look, okay, I'm calm, but when it's time for me to go off, I'm like a different person for real. Like people really think I'm nice, but until if you cross my family, if you cross people I love, or if you cross me in a certain way, I get into an anger where I start shaking shit.
I don't think I don't think nobody really seen me like
They don't
angry,
need to.
angry.
They don't need to.
Right.
Like, I think the only people who have witnessed that is like Marcy. And she witnessed it. She was an innocent bystander. I wasn't going off on her, but she witnessed it. And she was like, that was some scary shit to see. Like, she told somebody, like, yeah, that was scary. Like, I ain't never seen her like that. And so I don't like being upset. Don't upset me to that point where I got to go off on you. Because if I got to go off and I start crying and I get to shaking, like Genesis said, that's a whole different type of me.
That's dangerous.
Yeah.
I'm not crying because I'm sad. No, I'm crying because I'm about to whoop your ass. Like I am crying because I am in a state where I don't know what the fuck is about to happen on your ass. Like, that's why I'm crying because I'm overwhelmed with the shit that's about to pop off. Like that is not a good place.
I don't have an even line. It's either I'm here or if I fade to black, I don't know what I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know what I'm saying either. Like I can hear myself saying it, but I'm not thinking about the repercussions.
And that's the part for me. Don't let me get to that point.
Yeah. So I don't have that line in the sand. I will keep it down for a very long time. You know, I give a lot of people grace until you bring me to that level. Like what Cassandra just said, what Fujila just said in the comments, like I was about to jump a doctor. I was going to jump the doctor. He came in and said, I'm not talking to you. Ooh. So I came from the back of the couch to the front of the couch. Like I brought all of this up here to the front.
Like, nigga, I would get on the stool and punch you, son.
Listen. Yeah, listen, if y'all don't know who Mighty Mouse is, Mighty Mouse would jump up in the air.
Oh, I know Mighty Mouse.
That's me. I will jump up in the air. Don't know where the strength come from or nothing like that, but I'm coming for you and I'm coming for you fast. So, yeah.
Abandonment. Get to that one.
Listen, I ain't mad at her for that. But outside of being ignored, what is my additional trigger? Like outside of being ignored, don't ignore me and don't leave me in the dark about stuff. Like I being in therapy, I have come to recognize that being in the unknown bothers me. So if it's something going on with you and you just be like, oh, okay, yeah, I'm good, but I got some stuff going on. Okay, I don't care about the details of it, but you're not saying nothing. You're not talking to me. You're not communicating with me. Like none of that. Like that triggers me because one, it's going to make me think that I did something to you, and if I didn't do nothing to you, then let that be known as well. Just be like, no, this ain't. It ain't nothing that you did. Blah blah blah. Because that's the part about like communication or being in relationships, whether it's friendship or romantic, is that we forget that sometimes the fact that we don't communicate can come off a particular way. So if you're not communicating, it can come off like, did I do something? Or, or what's happening because you ain't talking to me, you ain't saying nothing to me. And so then that leads that person to create their own stories in their own mind. And if you're not canceling that out or clearing it out, then that person is going to continue to think that. So, and you're right, Fuji, a lot of people be doing that on purpose just for attention sometimes. Look, I am not that person because one thing for sure, two things for certain. After you done did some stuff or you didn't like left me in an uncertain space for so long, baby, you can go ahead and start counting the days
Mm-hmm.
to where I won't communicate, connect, contact, or nothing, because now you're
Yeah.
playing. You're playing on my heart, you're playing with my emotions, you're playing with my time, and you're playing in my face. And I don't
Yeah.
like nobody playing in my face.
Yep.
What they say on when keeping it real goes wrong. I don't like nobody playing on my phone. And that's how I feel. Like,
Yeah, I
um,
don't like it.
Who said that?
I don't like
Abandonment.
gaslighting either.
hell real.
Gaslighting sets me off.
She said, she also said exposure therapy. Being triggered is the only way to identify and heal them. You can't heal them if everyone walks on eggshells to not trigger you. Communication or not, still not on them. Very true. It's not on them.
Mm-hmm.
It's
Mm-hmm.
not on them, but the thing is that it's on us to communicate that we're triggered. And sometimes we don't even know
Right.
that's the word, that we don't know that's how to describe what it is that we feel. Because one, a lot of people ain't been in therapy. People just use the word trigger now like they use empath or grand
Mm-hmm.
rising. You know, it's become a fad type of thing that people use
I
those
want that to.
words.
I want that to die. Grand
What?
What?
rising.
Honey, when they say grand rising, I say
That's
give me
the
some
trigger
biscuits.
because every time we talk about Grand Rising,
I
She
feel
get
Nephew
it.
heated.
Michelle face started screwing up, and she like, "Fuck this shit, no." Fuck
Yo,
that Grand
When
don't
Rising.
grand rise
She
you
gets
me.
say
so heated
grand
behind grand
rising,
rising. That
I'm
shit is
gonna say
hilarious.
give me some biscuits.
That part, like, what the hell? Don't grand rise me.
Ooh,
Baby, because I'm not grand and I didn't rise. I woke.
Yeah, no,
Up,
I was awoken.
not rise.
Um,
I'm sorry, I'm stuck
I'm
on the
sleepy,
biscuits
y'all.
part.
It's been a long day.
I'm sorry, I'm stuck on the biscuits part. It sounds fire. Some honey butter biscuits.
Baby, with some stirred, give me some stirred with some butter.
Exactly.
oh, some
Listen,
little alligator
Yes.
syrup. Mm.
listen.
Look,
Yeah.
I can't think of the name, but I was about to say that old country
That
stirred.
alligator
Put some,
syrup, baby.
you
Listen,
put
that's
some
what
butter
I'm on.
to it in the mixture and then go ahead and slop the biscuit up. Now that's some grand rising. Come on here,
That's the
Anybody,
grand
somebody.
anybody know
rising.
how to make those sweet potato biscuits?
Yeah, I know how to make
Mm.
Grand rise me then, cause I need some.
them. I'm gonna try to make some for the road.
You the real MVP, my guy.
Let's see. Hell Real said she was asking if the trigger or being ignored was connected to an abandonment wound for the ones that mentioned it. Yep. Cause don't what you abandoning me for?
Yep. Yep. But you know
I
what? I
don't
mean,
know. No, like I'm sitting here trying to do a whole scan of my childhood, and I don't know if it's
Abandonment still don't
abandonment in the sense of like a family member left. No, but I don't think. I think like in our family, we always had our separate spaces, and I don't know if I take that as abandonment. You know what I'm saying? Like I never. I don't think I can't recall any events where someone had left me, but I know that I have recalled boyfriends, you know what I'm saying, that claimed all this love and shit, and then they left. Like, you know what I'm saying? So
yeah,
maybe that's where the abandonment came from. Me
right.
actually putting my whole heart into motherfuckers and they shit on it. So yeah.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
mean, but abandonment can come from, somebody saying that they're going to do something for you
Yep.
and then never show up. You know what I'm
Oh,
saying? And you
okay, yes,
constantly
yes.
get that disappointment. That's part of abandonment as
Yep. I
well.
was just about to
And
say that
I
it don't
do
always come
have
from a
that.
person leaving. It
Okay.
can actually come from
Yep.
other forms of leaving.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah, okay, then
Yeah.
yes.
Yep. I have a major issue with that.
Man.
If you're gonna say you're gonna do something, either do it or tell me the reason why you can't do it, but don't fucking leave me hanging because
That
that's
part.
where I draw the
Yep.
line.
Yep.
That's where I draw the line.
That part. And then what
Period.
Hill Real say?
I'm just
That
gonna act like you a Negro on the street.
that right there.
She said,
Yep.
I think a big one that settled in for me was having to abandon my needs or truth to appease others as well. Yep. So that means
Yeah.
you're not tending to yourself. You're not self-caring, or
Yep.
you're not working in the midst of self-preservation. And a lot of us don't do that. We do not look at self-preservation as something that we're supposed to do. We do it as something, as a defense mechanism.
Or
So
luxury. No.
yeah, like we look at like self-preservation as a defense mechanism instead of it being something that we automatically do regularly and consistently. Like,
Mm-hmm.
um, so like if somebody piss you off, or like your relationship ain't going the way that you wanted to, that's when you start, or you would constantly being hurt by the same person. It's like, all right, I'm tired. Now I gotta preserve myself. Now I have to do what I have to do in order to make sure my feelings don't get hurt anymore. My
Yeah.
feelings
Mm-hmm.
is protected, that my heart is protected. And now I gotta start building this wall up.
Yep.
Now you're not only responding from the place of trauma, but you're also responding from the place of hurt. When your self-preservation, you're now building a wall. And
Mm-hmm.
instead, you should have initially um paid attention to the red flags in the beginning. You should have paid attention to those things that were triggering you, and you were trying to ignore your own triggers. So
Right.
that's the one thing that I noticed that we do a lot. And I do it myself, which is why I'm able to talk about
Yeah.
it. Because
Yeah.
I be ignoring them red flags, thinking it's a carnival, and be trying to be at the carnival getting the elephant ear and realize I done fucked up.
But
Yeah.
baby, they put on that clown suit sometimes so good and so cold, you
Girl.
it's a whole different picture until they get what they want and they in the dough
Listen.
and settled and baby, now the monkey suit come off.
Girl.
Oh.
You
Ooh.
did.
Mm.
Right.
Sheesh.
And
Where my
that's the
offering
I
part.
tray
think we
That's
at?
the
all just
part of
got
relationship.
Say the
triggered.
word.
Right.
Where my offering tray?
Huh?
I asked where my offering tray. I just said a word. Where my offering tray?
You did say a
What
word.
you
I'm
say,
trying to tell
Genesis?
you.
I forgot.
You said something about trigger. You think
She
we all
forgot.
got triggered right
Oh
there?
yeah, I think we all just got triggered
We
because we was
did.
like,
We
oh
did.
shit. We like nobody said nothing. Like, girl, yes, some
Mm-hmm.
bullshit. Like we all start
It
running
is.
this.
Cause it is. It's a real thing though. Like,
It
and
is.
the biggest thing is that people act like you're not supposed to be triggered, or you're not supposed to go into this space of protecting yourself,
Mm.
when this person has
Bullshit.
continuously done things to make you feel unsafe. And
Mm.
that's like this picture said. It says
Yep.
your response is to communicate to your partner how what they said or did hurt or upset you, and then express what you are needing in that moment in order to feel safe again. So if
Mm-hmm.
somebody continues to do something to you, oh no, that's the wrong picture. My bad. This one. Your reaction, lashing out, withdrawing, or both, triggers your partner, who then reacts back in a maladaptive way to their trigger, also trying to stay safe. So they're trying to stay safe, you trying to stay safe in the midst of this, and what's gonna happen is y'all gonna keep triggering each other.
Right. I mean, but the key word to that is the maladaptive. So like they're like, "Psh, I ain't I ain't do nothing. Like that's on you. That's not. I ain't do nothing to you. You know what I'm saying? So then now they gaslighting you, and yeah, I'm gonna get triggered if you gaslight me. If you gonna act like what
Or
you did ain't
sometimes
nothing.
it don't even be the gaslighting part. Sometimes it's the fact that um they're the way they respond. Sometimes it's the way they respond. Like, I mean, what you expect me to do? Like, you know what I'm saying? It could be something like that. It
Mm-hmm.
could be the way that they respond.
Yeah.
Because you say, all right, this triggered me, or just depending on how you say it too. Cause the one thing I know about all of us is that when we trigger, we ain't talking sweet.
My
We ain't
mouth.
talking sweet.
I'm not. I already told y'all I'm not. My
That's
mouth is
when
reckless.
low comes out.
That's why I got this resting bitch face all the time. I'm telling
Uh,
you.
Listen.
you know what? Why? And I want to put all 19 of these people. I think it's 19 or 20 people on blast because I know that's me. But my the little Facebook game, the thing that you, the little server thing that you know, quote unquote, this what Facebook say. My,
Mm-hmm.
my Facebook is telling me to leave my resting bitch face alone. It's natural. You know what I'm saying? And you know, it may intimidate some people, all of the above, whatever, whatever. To me, I'm cool with it because
Mm-hmm.
I'm not a person that just plans. I mean, everybody got an RFB face, honestly. There is not a person that just literally, because honey, if you sit and walk around with a smile plastered on your face, you not just lying to everybody else, you lying to yourself. So the devil is.
Mhm.
Baby, I thought I was the only one
So
that got that.
sometimes, my RFB face, I was told, shy away from people. People shy away from me. That's fine. Because if you not strong enough to just open up your mouth and just say, hey,
Have a
you gonna
conversation.
be, you gonna be surprised what comes out my mouth.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. Exactly.
It'd be like the 10
Exactly.
10 because I don't care, honestly, what people think. But at the same time, if you just open up your mouth, you might miss out a blessing
That's
because
right.
I
Yep.
have this quote unquote RFB fat. What is it? RFB rest RBF fat.
RBF.
RBF.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, just open up your mouth. And if you feel intimidated, baby, scoot on. I wasn't for you.
That's the
Yeah.
part.
If my face
That is the
intimidates
part.
you, then my mouth gonna intimidate you. And I got a mouth. And
Hmm.
baby, yeah.
Yeah. My kids' friends used to tell them that they thought I was mean because I walked around looking mean all the time. And I was like, I didn't think I was doing that at all. I just didn't. I just didn't think I was doing that. But when they got to know me, they got to realize that, I'm one of the nice people, right? Like
Mm-hmm.
they can come,
Be
they can
cool,
talk to
calm,
me, whatever.
collected.
Until they mess with one of my kids, then I fight kids. So,
Baby,
you know,
I like kids, dog, cats, whatever.
that
Anything
part,
they get in the way.
that part,
Anything.
that part.
That's funny.
Not you over here fighting cats.
Baby.
Hey,
And all the nine
it
lives.
is what it is.
Not the all the bad lives.
Baby, do you hear me?
Oh man.
What's I gonna say?
The other thing that triggers me is when they go away for a while. They go away for a while and they reappear like nothing ever happened. Like, what's up,
Yeah.
girl? They
Oh,
text
they
you like they go right back into text and like
I
you've
did
been
it.
gone for 3 weeks. Who is this?
Like
oh
new
no,
from
you
who
just
did.
you just become another person. I don't, yeah, you become another person. So if you start
Mm-hmm.
asking me why your energy changed or why, well, baby, you figure that out. I don't got time. We too old and grown for everything. You know what I'm saying? Just
Yep.
once again, just be honest. Come out and be plain and simple. If if you choose and want to go in whatever category that you choose and want to go to, that's fine. Everybody. A lot of people can't accept it. A lot of people can't. You know what I'm saying? To each his own. But just be upfront about it,
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
know, or because once again, if you get to talking the feelings, emotions, all of that and all that, and it's like, oh, okay, you just left me, all right, but then you pop up like you said, ain't nothing wrong, and I'm gonna shoot my
Hmm.
bobos, and I'm like, oh, okay, I'll just look at the text, be like, all right,
Yeah.
If you say
But
so.
see, that's what I need to stop, right?
it's
Because
the way forward.
yeah, I need to stop because if you pop back in my inbox or text message or whatever, and you start, you know, talking that jazz as if nothing ever happened, you've triggered me. I'm already mad at you. You know, I'm not listening to anything you say, and the text messages will be aggressive. Like what the hell are you doing here? Why? What do you want? What do you want
Oh
from
no,
me
I'm just
now?
gonna act like you a grocery boy.
Yeah, it's like what's happening?
Mm, yeah, you're a stranger because my whole energy is different for you now.
Yeah.
You know,
Hmm.
unless it's and honestly, there's no excuse. I can't even say if it was for this or that, because there's no excuse, because we're all grown. If you going through some things, need time and space, communicate that. Hey, you know what I'm saying? It ain't nothing to you personal, but right now, yeah, I'm gonna be, XYZ ABC for a minute,
Back
whatever.
for a second or
It's
something.
just all about communication, so that way
Yeah.
when we do connect back, even if you call yourself want to lie on the low low, know how to lie on the low low real good. So
How
that way
about
you have a chance to come back and might be able to redeem yourself, even if you did try to lie. You know what I'm saying? Because once
yeah.
again, lie gonna always come out. So yeah,
It's
so
like it's more of a respect. Okay,
yeah,
so
got to.
like depending on the situation, if you tell me up front, I would have more respect for you for
Yep.
respecting my feelings enough to be honest than you to allow me to see something or experience something that could have been avoided. You know what I'm saying? Like it's hard because it's like you it's a respect thing. Like
It is. It
It
is. We
is.
too
it really
grown
is
to
a
know.
respect thing.
Yeah.
That's
Just
some stuff we did back at 13.
right.
Yeah. Like,
And I
You know.
understand why it's
don't
so
do that.
hard for adults to have accountability. Like
Hmm.
have we been conditioned throughout our lives so much that we have to lie just to get through? Because that shit seems more tiring than telling the truth. Shit, it's freedom in telling the truth. You see a
Baby.
lie,
That
you
part.
gotta follow a lie with another lie and
That
another
part.
lie. My memory is full with other tedious and bullshit that I don't need to figure out what the lie was last week so I can put another one on top of this one. Like, ain't nobody got time for that.
Baby, but
Yep.
they do though. But they
They
always
do.
hold up. They
They
always
do.
slip and fall and drop the ball.
Yeah.
Yep.
They
And
always.
see, I don't even want to say it's a Virgo thing, but I'm gonna remember what you told me 3 weeks ago.
It's a Virgo thing, baby. I am, because I'm gonna remember even 3 years ago exactly what
Yes.
you said.
Yep.
If I don't already have it
So
wrote down, because I like to write
mhm.
things down just in
That
I like
too
case.
to have
too.
receipts. I definitely
Just
like to
in
have receipts.
case.
I ain't a Virgo, but I like to have receipts.
Yeah.
Listen,
Yeah.
Oh, you definitely have receipts. Take it to the
it take a
bank,
long,
cash
it
that
take
check.
a lot for me to.
I get my charger.
It take for me to forget.
You said it take a lot for you to forget.
Yeah, it take a lot for me to forget. Cause why you lying? And um, so I don't know if y'all be following my sister, a cure for the culture, but on Sunday she's
Mhm.
having a conversation about forgive like you give a fuck. And
Yeah, I
she was
saw
like,
that.
what's the hardest thing about forgiving? And I was like, the forgetting part.
Ha, she
Because
Yep.
got that almost thing.
That part.
because why you lying? And I'm not. It's not. It's gonna be hard for me to forget that you lying. It's gonna be hard for me to forget that you was up here lying to me when
Yup,
you ain't
Mhm.
have to lie to me. You did
exactly.
not have to lie to me, but you lied because you wanted to.
Yep.
Yep.
You didn't
But see,
have to lie.
that's the thing. They
Oh, baby,
see.
I'm the start of Virgo. They asked when me and Michelle's birthday, baby. I started August 23rd, baby. 3:30 in the
Okay.
morning. I started it.
All right now. Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
a September Virgo. I'm the matter of fact, the dates for the trip, that's right around that's the dates of my birthday. I'm the
Woo,
18th.
baby, we gonna cut up like
Mm-hmm.
sheep
Okay,
Yep.
Cass, I'll invite you.
in the name of groceries.
That part.
Cass, I think you'll like the pour up and process conversations that we do that she does. She does it once a
Mm-hmm.
month. Um, and it's a conversation. It's a conversation. She gives you a drink that you can make, which is the pour up part, but then we process whatever the topic is. So last month, I think it was boundaries,
Yeah.
or that was either January or last month was boundaries, but this month is forgive like you give a fuck. That's the conversation for this month. So I'll make sure I post it up before we end, and I'll
Yeah.
share the link for her page as well. But I did. I did want to share this because I thought it was funny because it had a lot to do with what we was talking about as far as like lying and people talking about they didn't intentionally do stuff to us. But I thought this was a perfect fit.
I know you didn't mean no harm when you did it, but you did it. And how you could do something like that and not mean no harm is crazy. But you a little too careless for me, and it feels personal.
He's talking slow as shit. Or was I hearing
I
shit?
need to. I need that. I need that.
And
Yeah.
listen, because how you could do something and not think I would be offended or hurt is crazy. I'm gonna play it again because some of y'all didn't catch it. Okay.
Ah, come on.
I know you didn't mean no harm when you did it, but you did it. And how you could do something like that and not mean no harm is crazy. But you a little too careless for me, and it feels personal.
And it feels personal.
Eh, back up slowly with the deuces. That to the scene. Ah,
It wasn't me.
my thing, my other trigger, and this is I just yeah, I be trying to figure it out. The so-called apology. I'm sorry that you felt the way you felt.
Yeah,
What's that about?
have
How you
no.
gonna be sorry the way because you felt the way? What? Really?
So that means that you're not even trying to comprehend how I felt or even understand that shit. You just wanna. That's not an apology. Like you apologize. Like I gotta apologize for me being who I am and feeling how I feel. You crazy as hell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I ain't apologizing for that. And if you can't catch up, then that's on you. Like
Baby.
But
apologize.
then, but that type of apology doesn't even. So they're not sorry for making me feel the way that I feel. They like, I'm sorry you feel that way.
I'm sorry you feel fucked up pretty much. It's
Right.
like
Yeah. I'm sorry you feel
Right.
that way. You
And
made me feel that way.
right, exactly. Own up to your
Yeah.
what?
accountability for yourself, allowing my feelings to feel the way it is, but change it. Change the behavior. Whatever we talk about, if this is what I'm saying, that
Mm-hmm.
you need to change, I need to change, or we need to change together as a whole to make each
Mm-hmm.
other's progress and prosper, and keep going, then why not acknowledge it?
Right.
Don't just sit and
Yeah.
say, well, I'm sorry that you felt the way you felt. Oh, okay. I
Well,
got you.
I'm sorry that I'm leaving you where I left you, motherfucker.
Baby, chalk up the deuces and do my own thing.
Shit.
See, that's why I know I still need therapy because in my mind, I'm hearing you say what you're saying, but my response is, I'm sorry that my Tourette's act up and I slapped you in your face. Like, I'm sorry.
I
So sorry.
apologize for that shit.
It was unexpected.
Honey,
I
you
did
know?
If
at
ask
that point,
for
I
that.
at
I
did
wasn't
it
just
mad.
go to
again,
sleep. I
I
just
was
I
go to sleep
slapped
at
in
that
your
point.
face.
I just go to sleep.
mad.
Sleep.
And that's true, Cass. Like it's the fact that a lot of people do not accept the accountability for their part in what took place or how
Yep.
the situation played out. Because honestly, the one thing that I have learned by being in therapy and actually like learning how to communicate effectively is that most people will not no, we know she dead ass. We know she dead ass.
Oh yeah.
Um
Yeah, we know.
but like you said, it's the accountability not being taken. Like most people will have a conversation and you can say, hey, this is how I feel, and you're literally saying, this is how I feel, this is what I'm going through, this is how what you've done has affected me, and I'm communicating this to you so you understand and so you'll know from this point on what this has done to me and how not to do it again.
Right.
Right.
But the other party, a lot of times, will be like, well, that ain't got nothing to do with me.
All day.
But it does. It has a lot to do with you. It has
Does.
a lot to do with your approach, your way of communicating, the way that you speak to me when you're communicating. Like, it's a lot of those things that people like, no, I'm good on that. But what we also have to recognize and understand, and I promise you this, that therapy talking, Because we have to be mindful and understand that just because we in therapy, we have learned how to communicate or we're learning how to communicate, that is not something that everybody is doing. Everybody don't know how to communicate. Everybody don't know how to recognize their triggers, which is why we have so many hurt and messed up people walking around here and bleeding on other people who did not bleed on them.
Come on here. Y'all finna make me fall out tonight. Where's my sheet? Woo, Jesus. Okay, this getting strong. How about
Not with a sheet.
Put your dollars in the
the
plate.
on top of that? It's the fact that, oh my God,
She triggered.
they don't want to learn.
No, hell no.
They don't want to even
Mhm.
learn
They
what
don't
makes
want
it,
to try.
what will, oh my God.
They don't want to
Yep.
learn what will make it better. Because
They don't
then
Right.
that means they have to be better. And it means
Yeah,
that they have to communicate better and they have to learn
Yes,
about their own triggers and how they
yes.
deal with stuff.
accountability.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yep.
They don't want to be held
And
accountable
yep.
for.
And they have to accept the fact that they actually hurt you.
Mm-hmm.
And now they have to
Yeah.
try to fix it. So this picture actually says a lot about that. If you repeatedly have to tell someone the same
Oh,
exact thing about how you feel and nothing changes, understand they don't respect you.
I think we need
Yeah.
to check her. Oh my God.
Yep.
Where my tambourine? Where my tambourine?
Yep.
Dum 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 dum. Dum 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 dum. Dum 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 dum. Dum 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 dum. Hey, woo. Baby, y'all finna make, y'all finna take sleep around my,
These fools
And
at the bottom
then the
is
little lady
cutting
come
up.
with the little church fan and fan you for that
hey.
long period of time.
These fools
Tell
at the bottom.
I'm trying to tell you. I'm trying to
Auntie
tell
Lynn
you.
was over there having a Holy Ghost moment.
We had a
Yeah, I
Holy
thought
Ghost
she was
moment.
working too low key. Like, I'm like,
So no, that's not what's being said, Cass. Cass said that's so hard. Y'all don't be giving people chance after chance. So this is the thing
mm,
with stuff
mm,
like that.
mm,
You
mm.
communicate. Now, that is not to think that people are perfect. So you expect them to change right after that first time. That's not what that's saying. What it's
Mhm.
saying is that I've communicated and I've said what I needed to say. You're telling me, like, based on the conversation, you told me that you heard me, you told me that you understood. But if I have to continuously tell you each and every time, don't talk to me like that. Don't talk to me like that. Don't talk to me like that. Don't talk to me like that.
Mhm.
Don't talk to
Mhm.
me like if I have to
Mhm.
keep saying that
Mhm. Mhm.
over and over and over and over and
Mhm.
over again, that means you do not respect me. That means you don't hear me. You don't appreciate me. You don't value me. You don't even value my feelings, my thoughts, my emotions, or none of that. Because I have to keep telling you the same thing over and over again. I get telling
Yeah.
you, and this might even be a stretch, but I get telling you maybe like 4 or 5 times. That like I said, that might even be a stretch, just depending on what I have to keep telling you.
and the frequency too. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like if
how
I got to tell you this
how
every day,
quickly I have to
Mm.
tell you again. Like,
Mm. Here go your
so
offering tray. Put the offering in the
And
bag.
that's the triggering part. The triggering part is like, okay, like Fujila said, okay, once, twice, because maybe you forgot what I said. Second time, oh, okay, maybe you haven't adjusted to me,
mm-hmm.
right? Might be new or whatever. Like maybe you like, oh, okay, my bad. But now if we done went like a month or 2 months and you continue to go back to the things that push my buttons, we got a problem now, right? And fortunately, I'm learning how to respond better, you know. But y'all know that I'll go to the freezer and get a raw or frozen chicken and throw it at you,
oh,
But I've grown. I've grown from that point.
you let it thaw.
Grown from that point.
You let it thaw. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, no more frozen, but it's thawed now. Okay.
It
I
started
got
out
one
chicken.
for you. Whoever asked that question about the forgiving over and over. Hypothetically speaking, What if you forgive a person all the time, 24/7, every other month for 10 years of your life? You always forgive. Always forgiving. Forgiving for the little mistakes, forgiving for the medium mistakes, forgiving for the large mistakes, forgiving for the supernatural mistakes, forgiving them just because they keep saying, I'm sorry.
Mm-hmm.
Then what? Then what you do? You still forgive them on top of forgive? Because I know God forgives us on top of forgiveness, but baby, that ain't enough. Sometimes we got to click in and say, deuces.
My name ain't Jesus.
Baby,
But you
listen.
know, but you
Exactly.
know what? If you for the person that keeps doing that and have done that for a matter of 10 years, you haven't honored yourself nor your feelings, right? You kept
True. Yep.
suppressing it down. That
Yep.
Mhm.
one day that you explode, it's gonna be so bad. It's gonna be so bad, right? You gonna feel bad when it happens because you just can't believe that you've done it and said all the things that you said. That's because you suppressed it for so long. You kept that down here deep in your belly,
Mm-hmm.
and it was like a volcano. It's gonna erupt so bad. So it's better to like say your piece in the beginning, you know what I'm saying? And don't try to suppress that now and deal with what happens after that. Rip the band aid off first and then deal with the feelings and emotions after. You know,
Mm-hmm.
give that person the opportunity to know what they're doing. You know what I'm saying? Rip the band aid off and then work through that.
I feel like sometimes I be too mature.
That part, that
Mm,
part, that part.
Like sometimes I be too I over communicate because um you can't say that you did not know or you did not fully understand, which is the
Mm-hmm.
reason for over communicating, because I know sometimes the way I communicate is not a way that a lot of people are used to. So I over communicate. Like I might say
Mm-hmm.
it one time and then the next time I'm gonna say the same thing, but I'm gonna add some other stuff to it. So that way you got the meat and the potatoes and you got a salad.
Mm-hmm.
First time you might have just got the meat and potatoes. Now this time you got meat, potatoes, and salad. And then you might have got some dessert with that meat, potatoes, and that salad, because I need you to understand and I need you to not say that you did not know or that you did not understand what it was that I was trying to get you to understand.
Mm-hmm.
If I
Mm-hmm.
have to if after I didn't gave you the full course and all of the courses, baby, we got a problem.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yep. Yep.
Right.
And what's going to happen is that after that point I will start to w- remove myself.
Mm-hmm.
And then you'll see less of me. You'll hear from me less. Um, and then you'll wonder why or what's going on or why you not hearing from me or why I'm not talking to you or why I seem distant. It's because I see that you don't respect me and I'm trying to
Mm-hmm.
honor myself. And I
Mm-hmm.
don't necessarily know how to pull away from this in a way that doesn't hurt me. So I gotta back away slowly,
Mm-hmm.
um, and let this be and let this lie where it is. Because
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I can't do it. I can't do that.
Yeah.
Hell Rail said, do y'all ever feel like you don't want to deal with people who don't learn or know? Because I be wanting them to leap out my way. Don't walk, run. Yes, ma'am.
Woo, because there's only so much learning that we can do as teachers in
Mm-hmm.
relationship, honestly. And if you ain't caught on, baby, you done rode that little show bus a little bit
Yep.
too many times. Meet me, I'm
Yep.
home, honey. Goodbye.
The one that got two seats. The one in the
No,
front, the
she
one in the
said meet
back.
me.
the biggest
Yep.
problem is the ones that aren't even willing to
Yeah.
learn or know or pretend like they don't know. If you don't have a willingness to learn or to help grow, why the fuck are you here?
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
What can I possibly do with you? You're not gonna stunt. You don't want nobody to stunt your growth. It's like they
Exactly.
move
Yeah.
around,
You
Because that's
not
the
like,
thing.
oh,
move
I
around.
don't
and
remember who said it a while back ago, but some people like to do that just so that they can get that attention from you.
that
You
was
know what
Pootie
I'm
That's
Light.
the
saying?
wrong
Like
Yeah.
intention, especially from a
that
brother. That's the wrong
but
intention.
that's crazy. That's a crazy game to play because as
Mm-hmm.
soon as you try to um
It's a
trigger my
dangerous game too.
emotions like that, it's not good. It's not a safe game to play. Not with
It
me anyway.
You better
is.
find
Um,
yourself something safe to do. Playing
right.
my
It's not
emotions
That's
it's
ain't
it.
it,
not safe. It's
baby.
not a safe thing to do.
That's it.
It's not a safe
That
thing to do.
ain't, that
You
ain't
know.
safe. That is not
Mm.
And
safe.
the one thing that I try to tell the people around me and myself is that the person who angers you controls you, because if they know how to push your buttons all the time, they'll sit back and be like, watch I do this and see what she do, you know. So you do have to like hide your buttons sometimes so they don't continue to keep pushing
Mm-hmm.
it,
Okay.
you know.
I just
Be
go.
like,
I
Just
huh?
just go to sleep. I just go
yeah,
to sleep.
Push this motherfucker, please. Push
yes,
it.
yep,
Yeah, push your goddamn button.
Push that
that's
button.
that part.
What's that big red ass button that say be having like different words and shit? Push it. Yes.
Damn. Dun, 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 dun.
Yes.
Like
Well,
that
I
that's
have
the one
time
because
today.
and I think because a lot of times people are so used to pushing other people's buttons that when it come down to like playing with somebody that they don't really know like that, like they be like, oh, okay, I'm finna push these buttons and see what happen.
Play
Mhm.
with your uncle.
That go play with your bald head mammy, not me.
It's just
Cause
it's not safe.
it's not though, and that be the part because the place I'm in right now though, you
Come on here.
you alright, you good, you it's cool, baby. Cause I'm learning how to detach. Okay, that's the part. Like, cause we so used to attachment, I'm learning to
Yep.
detach
Yep.
Yeah.
in a way that's healthy for me, in a way that makes sense for me, in a way that helps me to be like, you
Yep.
know what, I'm good.
Yep.
Hmm.
It takes time though. It takes time, and that's the
It
part that
does.
I'm learning, that it takes time to detach
It does.
because I am a person that like I attach to people. So it takes time to
Mhm.
detach. But
Yeah.
oh baby, when I have
Huh.
reached my gap
Huh.
Girl.
and I be like, I'm gone.
But
You
see, that's
ain't
an
got to
important thing that you
worry.
said, because some people haven't learned how to detach and they think that they're strong enough to detach. But
Mm-hmm.
then
Mhm.
let a week or two go by, you start missing that person because they were prevalent in your life, or you missed that fixture point that they were in your life. So you start, I wonder how they doing. Let me text them. Let me just say hi. You know what I'm
Yeah.
The
saying? And then you
devil.
invite
The
the
devil.
craziness right back into your life, when you already have started the process of
Yep.
detaching from that person, but it's a part of you that still isn't really ready to let go. And that's the whole cycle that goes back around and around and around again.
And you
That's
try to give
100%
people
agree.
chances. You try to give people chances in
Yeah.
order to show that, to show you something different. And they keep showing you the same shit. If they keep
Yeah,
doing that, baby, just go ahead and let it be. Let it
that
die.
part.
Let it be
Yeah,
gone.
Please
Burnt
do.
it, burnt it the
yeah,
fuck up.
yeah, that
Mm-mm.
part. And I mean, I think I can't remember what I read, but they was like, you could miss someone and still be good without them in your life, right? And so
Mhm.
you have to get to that part, get to that good part so that you can, move on to something better,
Yep.
right?
And it is a process. Treasy
Hmm.
from the Shy said facts. Trying to better yourself requires a lot of work. I have to keep checking myself every day. Listen, baby.
Happy birthday, Treasy!
Happy
Oh, happy
birthday,
birthday.
baby. Happy birthday
Hold on, hold on.
to you. I couldn't finish.
I can't do.
Happy
Oh,
birthday to you.
Hold on, why are you making me laugh like that?
she smoke a lot of cigarettes.
Happy
A lot of Newports.
birthday, dear
Dear
Treasy.
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 Happy birthday
Put the finger to the ear.
Who's on that birthday line?
Hey. Oh gosh, I don't know who Cheesy is, but I hope you have a
One of
blast on
the
your
dopest
birthday.
producers in the shot, son.
Listen, happy birthday. But
She in the shot. She know
it is,
exactly what song I'm talking about.
huh?
Oh, my mic was muted. My bad. I was talking to myself.
He said, huh?
We all like, what just
Yeah,
happened?
I'm over here having a whole conversation. I just told Jesus happy birthday from WGCI 107.
Mama.
Happy birthday. Enjoy your day. Thank you for stopping in with us on your birthday. On your birthday. Hey.
Happy birthday, baby.
Thanks
But
for
for
hanging
real.
out with the aunties
Yes, with our
on your
aunties.
birthday.
Auntie Lynn was all over here muted and talking to Jesus.
So, one more thing. I thought this was funny too. It said when you overreacted and the damage has already been done, so you just lay there wondering why anyone puts up with you at all. And I'm tickled because Aquarius and Virgo need to be on here.
Hold on.
I feel that way. Yep.
Wait, you overreact and the damage has been done, so you're right now. Oh.
I feel that
You're
way.
right.
But I'm a what is it? I'm a Pisces moon rising or whatever, so I feel like I'm on there.
You on there a little bit?
Yeah.
I'm definitely. I mean, you saw I was the first one on that thing, okay? Because they ain't lie. They did not lie. Because I have overreacted at some point in time, and I'll be like, "Damn, I really, my bad." And
Baby, my overreaction.
It depends though. Like if they realize I overreacted and they say something, then I'll take accountability for it. But if you don't realize that I overreacted and you don't say nothing,
Oh well.
Well, maybe you deserved it.
That part. It was your fault for making me act that way in the first place.
Hell, Real said
I
I
was
was gonna
just
say
about to
this
say
is me
that.
as fuck, and I'm
That's
an
that
Aquarius.
Virgoism.
That's right.
Honey, because baby, look.
Lynn, you right there on the
gave
cusp.
me free.
You on the cusp. You right there, Leo Virgo. So.
I know because I was born at 3:33 in the morning. So baby, Betty Jean,
baby.
honey, she was pushing through Leo season.
You was right there.
Yeah.
So I think we gotta tap into like how to break the cycle. We gotta break the cycle. So we talked about the cycle, we talked about the triggers. And the last show we talked about how we show up in relationships and all that kind of stuff. So we're gonna talk about breaking the cycle. We gotta figure out how to break the cycle. So this is how you break the cycle. Number one, your partner says or does something that triggers you. Is this okay? Yeah, this is the right one. You recognize how you are feeling and stop to consider what's going on for you before responding so that you can stay safe for your partner. Stay safe. Stay safe in these streets. Your response is to communicate to your partner how what they said or did hurt or upset you, and then express what you are needing in that moment in order to feel safe again. Their response is to listen to what you are saying, validate your experience, and do their best to meet the need you are expressing to help you feel safe. Your response is to express gratitude for their willingness to listen and respond in a safe way, and then to check in with them to see if there is anything they are needing to help them also feel safe. Lastly, the original trigger has now been diffused and was not given the power to create conflict or disconnection. You both feel heard, seen, connected, and safe. If this was how things were, okay, I would be so here for this.
Mm-hmm.
I would be so here for this because being safe, feeling safe, being heard, that's the word. That's the thing I don't like. I do not like not being heard.
Right.
That is a trigger for me. Not
Yep.
being heard. That's the one. I couldn't think of it earlier, but now that I read it, I'm like, that's the one. Not being heard is
Mm-hmm.
the trigger for me.
Yeah.
That's the trigger, not being heard. But if we take the time to like um like I've had to do that. Like in the midst of like almost getting to a battle, it'd be like, hey, wait, babe, stop. What I'm saying is this. You know what I'm saying? So you stop it before it gets started, and then you try
Mm-hmm.
to re-explain or further explain what it is you're saying, what it is you're doing, or what it is you're trying to get them to understand, so that you don't spiral into this argument or this bullshit or this whole jacked up way of communicating. But
Mm-hmm.
even then, sometimes that person is already triggered by some other shit, and so they're going to think that you're trying to further trigger them when you don't even know what the
Yeah.
fuck going on.
Right.
It's stupid.
Yeah, especially when you said like even the way you just said it, like, hey babe, wait, stop for a second, just
Yep.
1 minute, right? Then what you mean stop? You know what I'm saying? They gonna keep pushing and like hold up just
Nigga, I
one
was
second,
trying to, like at the
Right.
end, it's gonna
because you
come
know
back.
that's
I was
that's me.
trying to keep going here with you raggedy.
It's all about that delivery.
Mm-hmm.
It is. It definitely is. But just like it said, tap into yourself so that you can identify what you're feeling at that moment. You know,
Mm-hmm.
it takes discipline, to not react and like you said, tap in.
Man, listen, because the way I be trying to communicate and not boil over, it be taking a lot for me to not boil over. I be tired of
Mm-hmm.
not boiling. I be
Yeah.
ready to be like,
I need to boil.
fuck you,
Call
fuck
me
Man,
boiled
you,
egg.
I'm
fuck
just in my
you.
in my own world
You
now.
cool, and I'm out.
Right.
Call me
But what
boiled
does
egg.
TikTok say? Wrong, bad ways to die, dumb ways to die, dumb ways to
Oh
die. This is,
yeah.
is the thing that's going out right now. Yeah, that's it.
You break
Like,
that cycle by not dealing with it. Just not allowing yourself to even want to even deal with it anymore. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of times when you accept those type of factors and issues and behaviors, because that's what it is, and characteristics that is deep down inside of them, a lot of times we find out they not healed from whatever
mm-hmm,
they dealt with, and now you are the villain to their situation and cycle that they don't and not wanting.
mm-hmm,
Mhm.
And so it's like now, okay, both of us need work. You don't like this and I don't like that, but it's caused by your not healing, or this is how you are. Well, where was you at when you painted that picture for me? You know,
Yeah.
let
yeah,
me see that so I could have choose if I wanted to deal with all of that, shenanigans, or should I just go ahead and walk away? You know what I'm saying? And it's like, okay,
Mm-hmm.
it's like you're grieving a relationship or marriage or a um whatever situationships, however you want to
Yeah.
label
yeah,
it, you know what I'm saying? And when you're grieving, first thing honestly, it's hard to let go, you know what I'm saying? But
Yeah.
that person deep down inside is really not good for you.
yeah,
It's like put so much of your time, your energy, your investment, your talks, your own relationship therapy, because we can be relationship therapy therapists to each other, because we're
yep,
trying to break cycles of
Yeah.
old habits or habits that no one never called us out on. Every person is different. And if one person allowed you to slide with a lot of stuff, but another person is knocking it head on as they see it and as it coming, then baby, you got a problem.
Yeah, that part.
And you need to really deal with it. So now you need to detach yourself away from every single body and get yourself truly healed. That's only if you want to, because if not, you ain't doing nothing but recycling relationships from one person to another person.
There
And
you
And
go.
that's what gets
who
people
didn't hurt you.
killed with a T. Killed.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
And it's real stuff. I know we're talking sometimes we talk surface level, with beginning relationships and things like that, but there are people out there that are in real deep relationships that keep going through this toxic mess.
cycle.
You know what I'm saying? And can't
And,
really get out. You know what I'm saying? And then they stay in too long, and it really does internal damage.
Yep.
And then there's a lot of collateral damage as well.
Come on,
So it's like
come
you
on,
definitely
Michelle.
have to.
Yes.
Yeah, you definitely have to. Like I'm really hoping that we're reaching out to somebody, who may be in this type of situation, because you do have to learn how to detach yourself at one point in time. Save yourself.
yep.
You can't keep going around in this cycle, in this toxic
Yep.
circle. You know what I'm saying? Because number one, you missing so many years ahead of you. You could stay in a fucked up relationship for so long. You know what I'm saying? And then look at me like, where's all my time
Where
at?
life? Where did my life go?
Baby, done
Yes,
wasted,
you know.
done been stagnant, done been stuck, no room for growth, because you won't allow no room for growth because you don't want to. Because now it is a want. You're choosing not to
Yeah,
change because you're choosing to
yeah,
stay comfortable and wanting people to deal with you and all your
yeah,
shenanigans.
yeah.
When you don't, they honestly don't really have to. It's a choice. And so when you do that, it's just all just jack the hell up.
Mm-hmm.
It's
Yeah.
fact.
It
Hard.
is. It definitely is.
It's
And I
fact.
think the other hard part too is like we see the good, and a lot of times we see the potential in people. We see the potential uh in the chances, and we as Black women, a lot of times we want to believe that everybody is good and everybody is willing and everybody is open to the possibility of learning, growing, and change. And that's just not really the world that we live in. That's not the space that we're in
Yeah.
either. Is that we're not in the world that where people are willing to accept accountability, that they're willing to retract and change the way that they interact or the habits that they continuously have. Like, no, the world we live in, people want to deny, deny, deny.
Hmm.
Absolutely.
And they
Because
want you
instead of
to
sitting up here
accept.
looking at your shit and looking at yourself and saying, yeah, I'm fucked up. I got some shit I need to work on. There's some
Yeah.
shit I need to
Mm-hmm.
do. There's some shit I need to figure out. Self reflection is a motherfucker for a lot of people. And a lot of
Yeah.
people ain't willing to take the time to do that reflecting so that they can
Yeah.
say, okay, I need to be better.
Yeah.
And self reflection hurt. Do you know
It,
how fucking for real you have to be mentally to do some real
Yeah.
deep self reflection?
Yep. Yep.
Like, no, I ain't
ha,
even finna hurt myself
Yeah.
like this.
ha, ha,
Yeah.
ha.
Like
Yeah.
I've gone through that. I've gone through the process of self-reflecting and I'm still there. But sometimes you realize you're the reason you're not getting the things that you want out of life. And then when you realize that, you be like, the fuck?
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
shit. So 1 and 1 did make 2. I just
Yep.
thought it made 3, and 3 did not include me. So
That
it's
part.
like
Right.
Yeah.
when you go through those spaces, and then you have to look at trying to fix it. And then sometimes, even when you go through that self-reflection, sometimes you realize you wasn't the problem. Because
Mm-hmm.
sometimes people will say that all the time. Where if you don't get along with, if you not friends with nobody that you was friends with from your past, then you the problem. No.
Not necessarily.
How about I grew and they stayed the same?
Yeah.
And why do they be expecting you to stay the same too? It's like we're meant to grow. Growth. We get older. That's growth, my nigga. Like, why do you think
Yeah.
I'm supposed to stay in the same character or the same being that I was back then? Like,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
natural.
but that's the sad part. They think that they have changed, right? Or they think
Right.
that they have grown, and they think that because we're this nice little clique together, we're growing together, or we're moving in the same direction. And then they're gonna be like, "Oh, you changed. You acted funny. You're the strange one now." And then they try to throw shit in your eye. You
And
know.
in reality, what should be happening, we are all working on our own thing, and when we're having conversations and we're communicating about the growth. So say for instance, all of us are doing our different things and we're communicating about all of the growth or the changes that we're making in our lives. You would think that at some point some of that would be like, oh well, let me do some of this shit too.
Hmm.
Oh, let me get my ass in therapy.
Let
You know what
me.
I'm saying? Or let me work on some of my goals and dreams and shit. Cause I don't want to be left behind.
Right.
But sometimes that's not how it goes. Sometimes it be motherfuckers like, okay,
I don't need therapy.
Yeah,
congratulations for
I'm
you.
that
good.
part.
Good for you. And then it becomes an envy
That
thing.
part.
It becomes a thing of jealousy and envy. It's no longer like I'm happy for you, or I'm proud of you for growing and doing all these things. Now it's like,
Yeah.
who the fuck you think you is for trying to leave me behind or changing or growing and doing all this stuff? Like,
Right.
so it changes, and shit is wild in these in these streets though, cause it does become funky when you out here trying to grow with your circle. But like, I honestly don't have no friends from when I grew up. Like from my childhood, like my friends are fairly new, and I say fairly new because my best friend been around for like almost 20 years now. But the people that I went to high school with or that I graduated from, my younger, I don't have none of them friends. And it's because they was still on some of the shit that I wasn't even doing that shit then when we was friends. You know what I'm saying? Like, I wasn't doing that shit when we was friends. So what would make you think I would be doing that shit now?
Right.
So, and some people didn't like the fact that I was treated like the goody two shoes. And I'm like, bro, I was never no goody two shoes. I was out here doing dirt with y'all. Y'all was just dumb enough to get caught.
How though? Like, how did they consider you a goody two shoes?
Girl, cause I wasn't doing some of that shit because I wasn't trying to get dead.
That
You
part right
weren't trying. You was in the crowd, but you weren't with the crowd. You was with the crowd,
Yeah.
but you weren't in the crowd.
Yeah, like my mama knew too many people. Like my mama knew way too many people, did way too much stuff for me to be out here in these streets acting a fool. Cause at any given day, somebody be like, "Your mama named Joanne, ain't it?"
there.
I look like my mama. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
So it ain't like I can deny who my mama was, and most of her friends knew us, knew her kids. So shit, I wasn't trying to die. I wasn't trying to wake up dead.
And now you're from the streets from your mama.
Right? Like, no, I'm good.
Mhm.
Like, and that's why I tell people, shit, I wasn't scared of the world. I was scared of my mama.
Honey,
Mhm.
that was the worst thing of versus being caught in the club underage is hearing it from the street. If anybody had to hear from the streets, it's over because them streets
Yeah,
is
shit, I was scared of my mama.
Streets of
yeah.
fuck up
Because
the
you can be
entire
with the crowd, yeah.
for real.
And you don't necessarily, we was always taught you can be with the crowd, but you don't necessarily have to do what the crowd does.
Right.
You
hmm
know what I'm saying?
Like I used to hang out with the
So
peoples.
yeah, but it's so if that makes me lame, baby, do you? Because once again, you was dumb enough to get caught.
Fact.
And I used to be like, oh no, I ain't doing like even just having conversations about sex when we was in high school. I was like, oh, I don't know nothing about none of that shit. I don't know nothing about that. That ain't up my alley. I don't know nothing about that. Like, I don't know none
You
of that
don't
stuff.
have any of that in high
I
school.
used to just be sitting there like, oh, for
That's all
real?
middle school.
What else y'all be doing? I used to be I used to be being nosy. What else y'all be doing? But
That's crazy.
just, just overall, like the way that we live our lives or the way that we do things, like the way that we choose to grow and learn and expand and change, like you got to surround yourself with people who gon' see the good in you and not let you sit on your gifts and
That's
Yep.
let
facts.
you sit on your ability to be better.
Facts.
If it's
That's it.
one thing a motherfucker say about me is that I'm gonna always be on my people's ass
Oh my God. Oh my God.
because
Amen.
nah, bitch, you wonderful, you amazing, you can be great. So let's be great together. Like I'ma always be on your ass, and I expect my people to be on my ass too. Shit, don't start Genesis.
Yeah, that's why I say I gotta see your face. No, I'm just joking.
Oh, they got nothing to say, ma'am. Nothing at all.
Wait, cause when I said that, I was expecting you to say, "Oh, okay," cause that be your invitation. You be like, "Oh, for real?
That's all.
Say
Got
less,
you.
say less, my girl." But for real, it does get to that point where we are like we gotta be better about who we're around. Like I'm damn near 40.
Don't say it like that. Don't be drawing back into
No, I'm not
it
saying I'm not
when you
saying
say
that.
that
I'm just
shit.
saying like, nigga, I'm damn near 40. We can't be out here playing games like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, and like I've said it before, I don't know how much time I got left. So you think I'm gonna be sitting up here playing games and you wanna not acknowledge your shit? Bruh, I ain't got time. I don't have time. And then the other part about it is I ain't got time to be sitting up here trying to convince you of my greatness and how beautiful and amazing and wonderful I am for you and your life. When it's somebody else out here trying to lick my toes after I just took them out my sneakers. So
They trying to do what now?
Be like, hold on.
I'm just
You
saying,
good now.
they out here trying to go, "Girl, this tastes good.
Nope.
You stepped in a puddle. You
But,
stepped in a
oh,
puddle earlier."
oh, what's your name? Nasty.
I done came back to some craziness.
Good
Those
nasty.
are the sneakers. Okay.
My nigga.
But I mean, but I'm just saying, like, why do I have to convince you when it's somebody else? I already see it and then some.
That's right.
Right.
So I'm not gonna do that to myself. Like either you get on board or you get on gone. And that's it, that's all.
Yep.
And we all have to get to that point where we choose ourselves over the people that we're trying to dating, or in a relationship with. You got to choose yourself because what other people are going to always do, they are always going to choose themselves first.
That's
They
it.
are always going to choose
Their
themselves first.
skills, their abilities,
No
all
doubt.
that. They gonna definitely do
No
that.
doubt.
That's
Yeah.
something that honestly I have truly learned within these last 7 months. Honestly, and so it's like, okay, you choose you, so let me choose me.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
But when I choose me though, me, and I can't, speak for the next person, but me, I'm a type of person, I go mute and it's done
Yep.
because I have nothing to say. I've said everything I need to say wholeheartedly. The powwows, the understanding conversation, the compromises conversations, the love conversation, all of the conversation that comes with titles and headlines I've had. So enough is enough.
Mm-hmm.
So let me be mute before I just go ahead and
Or you destroyed.
because when I'm get to destroy, it's over this Tasmanian devil.
Listen.
That
And then
part.
now it becomes my fault because I reacted in a certain way. No,
Mm-hmm.
people have to hold themselves accountable on why we react the way we react. Because once again, warning comes before destruction.
Destroy.
And
Mm-hmm.
before I destruct, whether it's you destructing or me destruction, I have to just shut down and literally start my mental detachment, because when I mentally detach from you, it strolled down all the way down to the little pinky toe. That means even when you want to suck my toes, they ain't even gonna like it, because
They not even gonna respond.
they just gonna be numb and void.
Mm.
Not the toes, not even reacting
Dumb
though.
toes is
That's
hilarious.
how you know you're done, the done,
For
done.
real. Like, that don't
Because
even excite me no
honestly,
more, my
your
nigga.
body get numb for real. Like your body really goes to a numb state
It
of
will.
mind. You know
It
what I'm
will.
saying? And people don't understand that when your body go to that numb state of mind, you don't feel a thing. Oh, I see you doing what you doing, player. But at
That's
the end of the day,
I see
I'm not
you.
feeling short. I'm not
Mm-hmm.
feeling nothing, because mentally it's nothing now. Mentally, you're there. I see you, I hear you, but you're not, because my
Right.
detachment is slowly fading, and it's when it's done, it's over.
Yep.
So there's nothing left for you to do but go ahead and leave me
Me
alone.
alone.
Pack your
Mm-hmm.
bag
Bags.
and
Get
get
the
the
hell
hell
on.
on, because I
Don't,
don't
don't
need. It
you
ain't the want.
no
And that's
more.
the part we get confused. We want the want, but I don't need, because what I need now, I need me. And I need
That
me
part.
to show up for me.
Yeah, come on.
Girl,
Come
you
on,
And
show
better.
up for
everybody else,
yourself.
You
leave
better.
me alone and let me do what I do. Because when I come back strong. So now your energy that you want to bring, it's going to already be seen in front of you. All right. The doors of the church is open.
Girl, you got. No! No! Yeah, girl.
Genesis is crazy for
No.
real.
But
We gotta
yes.
let her participate in them kind of activities prior to the show. Cause
Huh?
this nigga down here is like, she said.
Shit.
When shit is real, it's real. Shit. I'm gonna throw my
It
damn.
is. And honestly, it comes from a place of experience, because there
That
is
part. Yeah.
no hurt
Yeah.
like the
Yeah.
experience hurt, not something that
Mhm.
I see mama and
That I
daddy, or
heard.
mama and a baby daddy, or I heard, or I just watched auntie and uncles and cousins. It's things that we have literally walked through, and those
Mhm.
are the experience that can change your life for the good or the bad.
Mm-hmm.
Because when you tired and your soul is tired, that's a whole different type of hurt.
Yeah.
It's a whole different
Yep.
type of hurt. So now that my soul is tired, I gotta go.
Yep.
Yeah.
I gotta be done because that just shows like, bruh, I've been really trying to the point that I let you let my soul be tied. Like my
Yeah.
soul, nigga. You know how deep
Yeah.
that is?
My soul.
Absolutely.
Because it ain't anchored
Absolutely.
no more. The anchor done went all the way down to that little bottom of the ground of the ocean, and it got stuck.
Mm.
And
Listen.
if you picture the imagination of that, and when it gets stuck, all it is pulling.
Mm-hmm.
Ain't no let up, because you need that strength, and that
Some
strength
gonna be
is there.
snatched out. You keep pulling.
Come on.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yep.
that's the part that
My
they don't
soul.
know,
I don't
because
know
you
why
done
that
gave
song was
up
on.
on me. I didn't give up on you. You gave up on your own stuff, because I gave you the utilization of the tool to help you work on you while we work on each other. I even
Mm-hmm.
will allow you to have space and me not bother you, so you can work on you.
Right.
You done put the anchor at the bow, and it's done.
Yep.
Yeah.
So you can't
My soul
come on here. Come on the doors of
is
the churches now.
anchored
Come on down for prayer if you need
in
Come on down for
restoration.
prayer.
the Lord.
Yes. Touch our
I
neighbor.
said,
Say thank you.
my. Sorry.
Come on. Is there one? Is there one?
Right?
the,
Not the
the
is
first
that one.
tabernacle, the first Aunties tabernacle.
Wait, it was a church name that I saw and it tickled me because it wasn't even like the name of a church. It was, oh, it said Pentecostal Baptist Church.
Mm.
I said, what's the name of the church? And I looked all on the church, like as I was driving by,
Yeah,
and it just was named Pentecostal
Pentecostal
Baptist
Baptist Church.
Church. It
Well,
wasn't no Church of God. It wasn't like no name. And then Pentecostal Baptist Church. The name of the church was Pentecostal Baptist Church.
Mm-hmm.
That's
well,
it.
Wow.
some
That's all.
Sunday day Pentecostal, some Sunday day Baptist. You
Right.
just got to decide which Sunday you
Which
gonna
Sunday
listen.
you coming?
Right.
I was like, oh, okay, that's the name of the church. Because I looked and
Hey,
I was like, bruh,
Yeah.
because I rode past it twice.
honey, look, they go from Dr. Watts to speaking in tongues. Come on here. They
Listen,
Nope.
go for the
Right.
congregational song to praise and worship.
Mm.
baby, I was tickled. But all of that, like everything we've said is facts. And it's not like, and the one thing I pride us on is that we don't never get on here male bashing. Like we honestly get on here speaking of our experiences. We don't get on here male bashing or man bashing or nothing like that. And
No.
even when we do talk about our experiences with men, we don't go to the point of like bashing all men. We'll never
Mhm.
say all men or none of that. Like we talk about
Right.
our specific experiences with men or in relationships and stuff like that. So
Mm-hmm.
like
Right.
nobody can ever say like we get on here male bashing because we don't. We talk about the experiences that we've had in relationships or dating or with men.
Right.
And really just speaking to how difficult it is a lot of these times to try to date, to try to be,
Yeah.
and I'm gonna say a good woman because good is subjective depending on who you're talking to
Right.
and depending on what that person's version of a good woman is.
Yep.
But I'm gonna just say we try to be decent women.
Yeah. I mean,
Like,
that was the purpose of our platform in the first place. I mean, so that men and women alike can watch us and not feel some type of way, like you said, men bashing, but they can be that person on the couch with
mm-hmm,
us, listening to what aunties would say on a Friday night.
yep,
So they really getting the first hand scoop. The dudes that are listening in. So
yeah.
kudos for y'all for tuning in. And we really hope that all the ladies out there are learning some things as we learn from each other, you know.
I hope
Whole
y'all men
purpose
learning
of
too. Shit, because some of this stuff that we talk about, it's a across the board thing. It's not like
Mm-hmm.
gender specific. It's across the board. Like you need to learn how to
Absolutely.
communicate. You need to learn how to open up your mouth and say what you need or what you don't need. But also
Yeah.
just, I think overall, the conversations that we have are beneficial for the people who are willing to listen. Like
Mm-hmm.
they beneficial when you listen instead of like coming in with a preconceived notion. Like if you come in and
Yeah.
listen to what we talking about, like it's beneficial to any and everybody.
Yeah.
Just what is you reading? You know what? We should put her back in the green room because it looked like she said,
She did.
hmm.
I did. Hmm.
It looked like you was reading. That's why I said, what is you reading?
Girl, I don't read shit.
Uh, this nigga ready to lay down. Uh, she ready to eat and lay down.
Oh, that's the part right there.
Oh, TT baby, she need to lay down. But we finna get up out of here in a second. But we got several things that we got before we go. Um, One, next weekend we will be in good old Alabama.
Ooh.
Alabama, here I come. I don't even think that's a song.
Hey.
Wow.
Um, but next weekend we will be in Alabama for the Full Figured Fierce 11th annual charity fashion show. Okay. April 1st from 5:30 to 9:30 p.m. PGC will be in the building doing interviews and having a good old time. I got some surprises for us that's going. And for those that when we come back, there'll be a surprise for y'all too. But we got some dope stuff going on next weekend. I mean, it is really going to be an amazing weekend. Myself and Miss Dion Reeves Grubbs have put some things into place, and I'm super excited about those that are traveling with me. I'm excited for y'all to experience all of this dopeness and all of this great stuff that's happening. So make sure, and I was gonna say make sure y'all get y'all tickets, but earlier today we sold out, baby. It's
That's
sold
what's
out.
up.
VIP and general admission
Congratulations.
seating is sold out. So make sure y'all watch it because later on it'll be available on Demi TV. So make sure y'all check that out. And while y'all over there on Demi TV, make sure y'all check out Black Shiro. Make sure y'all check out Black Shiro, the first
Okay.
Black plus size superhero. So make sure y'all check her out on Demi TV.
Nice, nice,
Our girl is
nice.
over there doing a whole lot of
Yes,
stuff,
yes, yes,
making a
yes.
whole
I
lot of
love it. I
strides
love it.
and popping off. Okay. And then
Yes,
on Sunday,
ma'am.
this Sunday, we got a cure for the culture, pour up and process. This month's culture conversation is letting go. So think and drink responsibly. And let me see what the drink is for Sunday. So y'all can go ahead and get y'all supplies together. Um, Let me see what the drink is.
2020. Mad Dog 2020.
Not the Mad Dog, no. I'll post it in the Facebook group or also on the page of what the drink is for the pour up and process. But definitely check this out. If you go to a Cure for the Culture's Facebook group or type in a Cure for the Culture, you should be able to find the event. Make sure y'all check it out. The conversations are really good because you get a mix of people who are having the conversation. You got men, you got women, you got younger, you got older. Um, and it's for the culture. So make sure y'all check that out this coming um Sunday. This coming Sunday. Make sure y'all check it out. And then what else we got? What else we got? The Fat Fam jamming in Jamaica. We will be in Jamaica September 14th through the 17th. Listen, y'all.
Bumper clock.
Yeah.
Boop, boop, boop.
Okay.
We are going to have a good ass time, a good turn up time. And it will be September 14th through the 17th in Montego Bay, Jamaica. Listen, it is brought to you by Unforgettables and PGC. Okay. We up in this thing. It is brought to you by Unforgettables and PGC. We will be in Jamaica, turning up, having a good time. Stay at one, play at two, all inclusive,
Nice.
adults only resort. Okay, adult
I'm,
only
yeah, I'm on the
resort.
pole ministry right now. Getting prepared. I'm on the pole ministry.
Right.
Listen,
Man,
adults only. I was about to say adults
can
only
we
ministry,
extend the
child.
stay?
Huh?
Can we extend the stay? Like
I
a
think
not
so.
okay.
By a day,
Yeah, so
you trying
By
to come Wednesday?
yeah.
I'm trying to go Wednesday too. I
No,
just thought
for
about
real.
that today. I was like, I need to go a day early
Straight up.
Mm-hmm.
so I could spot out places and all this other kind of stuff instead of doing it
Yeah.
on Thursday. So I thought about that too.
Yeah.
And just continue to check out everything that PGC got going on. We got a lot of other things in the work, in the mix. We showing up in a bunch of different places and showing up doing a bunch of other things. So make sure y'all check us out. We got the new PGC After Dark Facebook page, so make sure y'all go check that out. We over there growing and doing our thing on PGC After
Yeah.
Dark. So make sure y'all go to the Facebook page. Make sure y'all check us out on Instagram. And we got Twitter too. We got a Twitter page too. We already know that, did y'all? We got Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. So we got all of the platforms for PGC After Dark now, except TikTok. So we working on that. But also for the main platform, PGC, we got Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, and all of the podcast streaming platforms. You can find PGC After Dark and PGC. So make sure y'all check us out. It is not we ain't out here playing with y'all in these streets. So we got different stuff
At
coming up,
all.
No, no,
things
no.
popping off, and it is going to be an amazing journey. I'm just excited for the future of what PGC is getting ready to do. Because it's gonna be a good time. It's gonna be a good time. And next year, like this is year 4 for PGC, so it can only go up from here. And next year,
Yes.
oh my God, we've already started planning year 5 activities.
That's what's up.
Period.
That part, that part, that part.
So the one thing we do have to do, we got to vote on where we going next year. We going to Jamaica this year, so we just got to vote on where we going next year, so we can get that
Jamaica.
rolling.
We just
Soon
gonna
as we
Yeah.
come back from
we just
Jamaica,
gonna say
soon as we
that.
come back from Jamaica, we got to decide on where we going, and we might start that before we go to Jamaica. We might start
Yes.
putting the information out
Yeah.
early
Yeah.
for year 5, but we are excited. We have a lot of things being worked on, putting in the mix and rolling and growing. So I'm excited. We hope you guys are excited. So stick around and stay tuned because PGC is about to BLOWUP. Blow
All
up.
of that.
Wait. So
Mhm.
make sure y'all check us out. We will be back in 2 weeks. And we will be back with another topic. Make sure y'all check us out. We are building up these pages and platforms because we trying to be in y'all face all day, every day. All right. So make sure y'all check out each one of the aunties separately and make sure y'all come back and check us out collectively. You can follow. I'm gonna let you do your own thing. I'm gonna let you do your own intro and stuff. Let's see. Auntie Michelle, go.
So you can follow me on Instagram at Keep It Super Successful, or you can also go to the real estate page, which is Jackson Wilson Realty at Instagram.
She wasn't ready. She wasn't expecting me to do that. I be doing new
Right.
stuff. I be over
I
here.
stayed with it though. I stayed with it.
Auntie Lynn, you better bring yourself back on that camera.
Girl,
Uh,
this phone is on this charger, honey. I'm over here on 1%. But
Everybody put your hands to the phone and send her some energy for the
baby,
phone.
please do
listen.
stretch your
Phone.
hands. Stretch your
Stretch your
hands
hands
towards the
out
phone.
there.
But y'all can follow me on Facebook, Connie Miss Lynn MZ, LYNN, or Instagram, UC Lynn 23. There you have it.
There we got it.
Bam, 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 bam.
Pew, pew.
What up? It's your girl, Auntie Jim. No, stop. Okay,
Choo,
you
choo,
can catch me
choo.
on Instagram at Genesis. That's GenesysUniq. Y'all just follow me on there or on Facebook. Keep updated with my spoken word event so y'all could come check me out. Gang, gang.
Not the
Gang, gang.
gang gang.
Gang, gang.
Not the gang gang. And y'all know me. It is the one and only Miss Leo Rochelle. You can find me on all social media platforms. That's Leo Rochelle, RA''CHEL. You can find me. Type in the name. No, it's only one and one only. Check us out. Check out PGC After Dark, the Fat Girl Chronicles, PGC Media, and all the dopeness that we got coming. And check out Leo Rochelle, the brand. I am just not this, not just a name, it's a brand. So make sure y'all check me out on all platforms. And make sure you follow, subscribe, like, share, all of that dope stuff. YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Twitter. We everywhere you want to be. So make sure y'all stay in tune with us because we got so much more coming up. We out this thing. We love y'all. We appreciate y'all. And y'all know what I say. Whatever you do for the rest of the evening and the rest of the week, don't do it with your half ass. Do it with your whole ass. All right, y'all. We we about this thing, y'all, and we will see y'all in 2 weeks for another hot topic, dope episode. And we gonna start breaking down these segments too. In 2 weeks, we still growing and learning and formulating some things with PGC After Dark. So we gonna have some segments coming for y'all real soon. And the mouth will be back with a good night kiss because he ain't showed up all season. We halfway through the season. He over there.
I was gonna let
I
that
ain't lying.
slide. I was
He
gonna
over
let y'all
there.
know how hurt in my heart I be every episode that we don't have the good night
Right,
kiss.
she's a be so broken hearted. Like,
He
no,
be
good
over
night,
there. He over
kiss.
there. He
Right,
over
don't
there
I
playing
do
around.
it?
He over there with his feet stinking.
What?
Oh,
Please get your stinking feet ready.
get your stinking feet ass over there and record us a good night kiss.
Exactly.
Right.
Smelling like corn chips and bacon mixed with onions.
And I'm gonna send him just this part so he'll know how for real we
That's
is.
right.
Get your
That's
funky
right.
foot
Get it
ass over
together
there and
now. Get
record
it
us
together.
a good night kiss. Okay?
That's what we need.
But we love y'all. We appreciate y'all. And check us out in 2 weeks, y'all. We up at this thing. We
Yeah.
appreciate y'all. Thanks for tuning
Peace.
in. And we
Trust, dependency, love, respect, passion, pain, intimacy, pleasure. I sit here stuck inside my head, remembering you and I analyze all